Hello and welcome to Alteryx weekly challenge number 25. My name's Nick Bignell, and if you've seen the videos that I've done before, then you'll know the format. Basically, it's following along with me as I attempt each of the weekly challenges. I'm now attempting weekly challenge number 25. This is another data. This one is data preparation type challenge. Here, a credit card company's customer data is structured so that each of the row contains the merchants that each customer have visited each week. God, it's easy for you to say that. The credit card company is wanting to understand the correlation between merchants visited and by the customer. So, for example, each store versus so basically creating a relationship between the two of the stores. Restructure data into rows that pair merchants together by the customer. So let's have a look at the data. We've got user ID, we've got the count, 5, 1, 5, so how many merchants there are. And then we have the merchants 1 to 5. And over here we have then that broken down. So you can see 4 of them on the first one where we had 5 and it was related to the first 4 of 7-Eleven with the other 4, and then 3 Bev Mo against the remaining 3, then 2, then 1. So it kind of breaks down so that you then end up with a relationship between all of them. On the second customer, we only had the 1 with Joanne's Gourmet Pizza. So I think we just need to basically, how does that look on this thing? So for some reason that's in merchant 1 here. Let's get started, shall we? So I'm thinking that we create a formula that just breaks it down into one column and then we split it by row. It's kind of this text to column. But to do that, we need to put it into one field. That's what I'm thinking. Let me have a. Is there any order? Are they in? These seem to be in alphabetical order. I think they are, aren't they? So. Okay, let's have a think. So we wanna where we have. So in the results we have spaces first. So space comes first. So I think. Well, so let's just create this file. This new field. I'll call it working. Calling it anything really. So we want to take merchant 1 and then we want to create an identifier between the two to create our, let's use a pipe, between our 2 and then merchant 2, and then we want to create another identifier to split between the rows, between merchant 1 and 2. So let's use ampersand. And then we can, okay, so we can copy that and create that all the way, well, we can create multiple of that, because then we just change the merchant 1, so that can now be 3, that can now be 4, merchant 5, okay, and then we want to take the next one, which will be 2, and then 3, and then 2 and 4, and then 2 and 5, and the next one will be 3 and 4. Okay, so we just need a few more, and 3 and 5, and 4 and 5. Okay, so we don't need that last one, and we don't need the plus at the end. Okay, so if we run that, see what we get. So we get a working field here which has them split. So I'm thinking now we can then basically create a, on that working field, we can then create columns like that, and then we turn into rows, and if we run it, what you then have is this broken out, and you see here we now have it split out. The issue we have is this is before the, I'm just wondering if we can do something there where we make this after, because we can unique this, but we want that as a second field. We've also got some reds in here which suggests, look, we've got trailing spaces here. So let's first of all let's clean that up. So if we put in here leading and trailing white spaces, do we want to replace nulls with so let's just apply to everything and run it and see what we get. Okay, it's still got a lot of red, so what's the, hasn't done all of them, because we're now bringing in, this has trailing spaces. Why is that not cleaned up for all of them? Is it because we are this restaurant? Ah! I've used a field that exists in here as my thing. That's no good, is it? So that was silly. So let's remove the ampersand with something else. Let's use I don't know, that side. So we can do that. We can just bring that into all of them. That will help, I think. Oh, not too far. So we can get rid of, add that, and then add a plus. And then add that. Actually, do we actually need that at the end? We don't even need that at the end. Right. Let's run it again, see what happens now. Okay, so we still got sellers truncated characters. What's going on here? Rouge at strange is going on. I'm using ampersands here. I should be using the outside. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now we've got that. Now we still need to work out. So it's nice and clean now, but we have places where we have a space on split. Maybe we can do something about that. And then what we can do is we can move it to the second one, and then if that is null, then take that and then move and then delete the first one. Okay, if that makes sense. So we will split out that column, working, and we'll split it on the pipe. Let's just run that. We should only have 2 columns. So. Okay, so so that's all null. And then, so here we've got a null and that. So we can say if this is null, then put this in there, and then if that equals that, then nothing, because we don't want null in there, we just want whatever's in here. There is nulls in here, so we do want nulls. and then we just unique it. So let's create that. So if so for working 2, let's just have a look at the data. Yeah, the working 2 is, we can do an if statement. So we can bring in the if statements from the string area. No, it's not in the string, it's the conditional. If, so if working 2, if we want to call it is null, working 2, then working 1. Okay, because else we want working 2. Okay, so that then should give us, okay, that should then copy them over. So we now have that split. Now if it's the same on same, then we can get rid of it from the so if working 1 equals working 2, then null. Let's see if that works. Never tried to create a null before, but we can try now. So I'm working 1, and we put in another conditional if statement. So if working 1 equals working 2, then no. It's not gonna like that, is it? Then nothing, I'm guessing. Else working 1. Okay, so let's run that. Okay, so now we have it on the right side. We can then get rid of duplications. So we go to the preparation and we bring in unique, and we unique it on user ID, and working 1 and 2 we should get rid of fields we don't need at this point actually as well. So fields we don't need, so we've got user ID, merchant 1, merchant 2. So we get rid of let's just get rid of everything, deselect all. We want user ID, so at the back, and then working 1 and working 2. I think we can just rename them. Merchant 1. One altogether, no space. And then merchant 2. Okay, well, that's not going to work anymore. So let's, yep. So we can unique on all of them and run it. Okay, so that will give us. Does that give us the same? Okay, now we want to get rid of where we've got nothing and nothing. So if, again, if that equals that, then filter it out. So we want. I'm going to filter that one out for where we've got null and null. Nothing and nothing. So how do we do that? So we can do a filter, and then where actually just want merchant 2 equals nothing, or does not equal nothing, I believe. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's just where we've got the second one not equaling anything. So run that. And does that do what we want it to? Yep, that does. Now, how do we get rid of the... How do we make that null? Does it really matter? Let's let's have a look. We can make it a null. Where's that formula gone? So rather than doing this, I believe we can just do null like that. So we'll run that and see what we get. Yeah, that's done it. And then if we filter out the, yep, perfect. Okay, that's done it. So there we have the same. Let's just stick a browser on the end, run it final time, and then we have it the same rows. And we've got 77, 77, and they're all the same. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.